Good morning, everyone. My name is Sarah Walker, and I am the Education Coordinator at MAR and producer of our free webinar series. Our webinar today is titled Making Time for Community. The webinar will cover how realtors can make an impact in their communities and differentiate themselves in their marketplace. Tanisha Salmon, an award-winning realtor, will share her volunteer strategies and how they've helped her business through strategic partnerships, community engagement, and more. The webinar will be recorded and archived on marealtor.com after the live version. If you have any questions throughout the session, please type them in the bottom of the chat box on your screen and we will hold a Q&A afterward. Our presenter today is Tanisha Salmon. Tanisha is a realtor serving the South Shore and Greater Boston areas. She obtained an associate in business management from Gibbs College and a certificate from Harvard Business School for launching new business ventures. She has over 12 years of business and real estate experience and is the founder and president of Begin to Dream Again, a 501c3 nonprofit that provides transitional support to homeless in the Greater Boston area. In 2018, she was the recipient of the Massachusetts Association of Realtors Good Neighbor Award and the Greater Boston Association of Realtors Good Neighbor Award. And now over to Tanisha.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our webinar entitled Making Time for Our Community. Today, I am delighted to share with you my insights as to how we can better serve our community as realtors. I will start by reciting the Realtors Pledge, as I believe it's the foundation of how we ought to conduct our business. And if you have it or if you know it, you can say it along with me. I am a realtor. I pledge myself to strive honorable and to abide by the golden rule. I strive to serve well my community and through it my country. To abide by the realtor's codes of ethics and to strive to conform my conduct to its aspirational ideals, to act honestly in all real estate dealings, to protect the individual right of real estate ownership and to widen the opportunity to enjoy it, to seek better, to represent my clients by building my knowledge and competence. I am a realtor, and that's who we are. I thought it would be clever to use the acronym Realtor to help highlight the theme of today's webinar. So let's begin. As we know, the R is for Realtor, and I would like to also use the Realtor Pledge to strive to serve well my community and through it my country as a guide for today's webinar. The E in Realtor is for engage. Engaging in the community can have a very significant impact on our business. It can provide us with leads, referrals, and priceless firsthand knowledge of our marketplace. And I'd like to share with you some ways we can really engage our community to leverage our business and to be the face of our community. So some of the things that we can do as realtors is to maybe sponsor a race or a tournament. Getting your name out there are reasons we can support our community. There are many 5Ks runs that are held throughout the summer months, and we know summer is coming up, and they also have them in the spring as well. So you can get involved. You can use your, your logo, your branded t-shirts, and whatever you decide to do, remember the reason behind it. You want to give your community a face they recognize and a name that they trust. Getting involved, showing your personality and supporting the place that you live. Hosting a coat drive or personal care items are some of the things that we find that the shelters need the most. Get involved by, getting your office together and put in a coat drive together. Last year, our organization did a coat drive that served men and women, but it was really heartbreaking when we did not have enough coats to hand out to everybody. So those are some of the little things that we can do. It doesn't take a lot of our time. We can just be the one to put these drives together and engage people to be a part of it. The next one is advocacy. The National Association of Realtors advocates every day on behalf of the nation's 1.3 million realtors and 75 million property owners. That's huge. Realtor members have many roles, but an important one is to keep the public aware of private property and community issues. Participating in elections and supporting public policies to benefit property owners is essential. So you can volunteer with your local Realtor chapter to learn more about new legislatives and proposed tax ordinance and how you can be the voice of your community. Love is the L in Realtor, loving your block. One of the important attributes of any successful agent is passion. A great love for your block, the block we work, and the commitment to the clients that we serve. Being a realtor isn't really easy. We get caught up in the hustle and bustle of life, and we overlook the need for the help that's around us. And I find that when we open our eyes and when we focus our minds on love and empathy, we see opportunities to make an impact in someone's life. There are so many organizations that are impacting people's lives in a positive way. And by volunteering with these organizations, you can gain a sense of satisfaction. Aside from that, you can benefit by also picking up new skills and valuable assets that can impact your life. Volunteering for organizations like the food pantry, local food pantries organize food drives and they feed the hungry in our community every day. The YMCA, they have volunteer opportunities that you can serve children and adults, strengthen your leadership skills, or pick up some valuable teaching experience by tutoring literacy courses or just mentoring a child. Promote giving back in your office. Getting fellow agents excited about volunteering or donating is a great way to improve teamwork and to increase job satisfaction. Volunteering as a team also makes your brokerage look great in the community, and everyone wants to work with the face that they know. So if your brokerage is involved in taking part in the community, then people will see it and they will come to you when they are looking to do business. Become a mentor. There are many ways you can become a mentor in your community. You can mentor through youth and local Big Brother, Big Sister organization. You can mentor those with disabilities. You can adopt a child. There's so many ways that you can get involved. Now, the T in Realtor is trust. As realtors, our relationships with people are built on the foundation of our business. People do business with those who they trust. Being a community volunteer can give you that exposure. Now, trustworthiness is extremely important in our business. It's really the glue that binds business together. And a big part of our business as realtors come from referrals, as you know. And referrals and trust, it really goes hand in hand. People who refer your services tend to trust you. You know, they are familiar with you. They have seen your face around. So they trust you. The thing about earning trust is that you can't really just force it. You know, you have to be authentic in everything that we do. So in volunteering in the community, we don't want to do volunteer work just because it will help our business. We want to be sincere about, you know, the work that we do for others, the compassion that we show towards others has to be our authentic. O in Realtor is for opportunity. Since there are tons of nonprofits, finding volunteer opportunity is pretty easy to do. The issue is finding the opportunity that fits your interests. And also the time to do it is important. As I said earlier, we're just so busy with so many things on our plate, and it seems like we just never have time. But like anything in our business that gets done, we know we have to block it, time block it. So it's important that we block time to serve. It's important that we block time to volunteer. And there's so many opportunities to do that. In the words of Gandhi, you know, he said, and this is one of my favorite quotes, be the change that you want to see. As realtors, we have the opportunity to bring about change. Many of us finding ourselves wanting to serve, but we again, just don't know how. And finding a reoccurring opportunity, I feel, is a great way to keep us on track if this is something that we want to do. There are many organizations that allows you to schedule your own time when you're ready to give back. Serving as a board of directors, if you're interested in using your skills to help grow an organization, then serving in a nonprofit board might be for you. You know, every nonprofit is overseen by a board of directors made up of individuals from the community. And if you're passionate about that particular organization, then I would definitely encourage you to reach out to their executive director. And most of their contact information are always online. Send them an email and let them know that you would be interested in being a part of their organization. Become a donor. Making a financial contribution to a nonprofit is extremely rewarding. There are thousands of nonprofits in our community. They rely solely on our donations in order to succeed. You can make a profound impact in your community by finding an organization you believe in and donating to them at whatever you deem to be appropriate. At the end of the day, just get involved. Our local Chamber of Commerce always have, activities and sponsorship opportunities to really serve. So maybe it means to, be a part of your local Chamber of Commerce to really know what's happening in your particular area. And the R in Realtor, the last R, is being resourceful. After we get involved and we really understand our community and we volunteer our time, we get to know the things that affect our community. We get to know the changes that are happening in our community. And to develop a resourceful mindset, we have to be willing to constantly learn and welcome change. And so people want to do work with those who they feel comfortable with. And one of the key qualities that a realtor needs in resourcefulness in terms of real estate is to really be the go-to person, being able to share information with your clients about, who the best plumbers are, maybe who the best electricians are, being able to have recommendations for your clients is definite. It translates into being resourceful, and that all happens when we go out and we network and engage others in our business and also volunteering. That concludes our Making Community Forum this morning. If you have any questions, I'm here to answer as well.
Okay, thank you, Tanisha. Everyone, you can type your questions in the question box on your screen, and I will read them to Tanisha. We already have one, Tanisha. And the first question is, do you have any advice for balancing career and volunteer and family?
Yes, my advice, because I have a 7-year-old and a 17-year-old, and my advice really is to block it, is to find a cause that you are passionate about. And there's so many organizations in our community that might cater to that particular cause, and maybe set 2 hours aside per month to serve that organization. It could be a way of, maybe going to the shelter or the food pantry to help them to hand out food. But you'll be amazed how much we can do when we put it on our calendar to do. Set that time aside to do it, and it will definitely get done.
Great. And when did you begin your nonprofit, Begin to Dream Again?
Begin to Dream Again was founded 3 years ago, and this happened when my wedding got canceled, and I decided to use that opportunity to, as they say, turn lemon into lemonades. And working with women was always something that I'm passionate about. And I donated my venue that was already paid for to help the women at the women's lunch place, to provide them with food. And it was at that point that I really got an insight as to this great need in our community. And I got others involved behind me, and we started to begin to dream again. And it's been great ever since, great work, but it's very rewarding to be able to give back and to serve.
And next question is any recommendations for deciding which organizations to serve? I am active in multiple local nonprofits and burning out.
I would say find what you are most passionate about. You know, we tend to be very good at those things that makes that we can speak to and we can relate to. For me was, helping women because I've been through some adversities that I can really help women, but there other organizations maybe, for um, it might not even be, it could be shelters that for pets, if you want to volunteer your time at a local pet shelter, or just even just helping a youth in your community, mentoring. These are all ways we can help it get involved, but it's really what speaks to your heart, and and you just have to find that one thing.
And next question, any advice when you have to persuade or convince a friend to volunteer with you?
Well, I for me, volunteering is a part of my life. It's so rewarding when you're able to help someone and help people in general. And my advice would be to just remind them that the gratification that comes from being able to give a hand to someone. And I will just share this with you from working in the shelter. One of the ladies, said to me, she was like, "Thank you for smiling. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being present." That meant a lot to that particular person. So it's not, we don't really have to do, things on these grand scheme to really make a difference. Is just really connecting with someone. And it's really hard to say, what you can do to bring someone out, but I would just say just engage, just encourage them to come on with you and to enjoy just giving. It's yeah, sorry, it's really hard to say.
Yeah, that's a good answer. I think you covered this one, but what first inspired you to start volunteering more?
What first inspired me was really seeing the need that's in our community. When I volunteered at the women's lunch place, I volunteered, just because I wanted to give back. I grew up poor, so giving back was all that I know. Coming from a community that's always, people are always helping each other. If you don't have something, you go to the neighbors and you get it. But when I came to this country, it was things were different. But for me, I was always used to the fact of helping people. And when I got into the shelter, when I donated my venue from the wedding to the shelter, and saw so many women that just need personal care items. And I was like, wow, we live in this great commonwealth, but there are so many people who are just going without every day. And I just couldn't just leave and go to bed and be okay with that. You know, I saw it as an opportunity to help those people because I could be there myself. You know, I could be one of the guests. It just takes one life adversity to put it to get us to that point. And you just have to know that we are really not living until we're serving. So whatever that means to you, you know, whatever passion that you, whatever cause that you have that you're passionate about, just block a time to really go out and make an impact.
Great. Thank you so much, Tanisha. That looks like that's all of our questions today. As a reminder, the webinar has been recorded and will be up on the MAR website in a few days. And thanks for joining, everyone. See you next time.
Thank you.